Students, today I am going to start lesson number 6, financial planning. Students, what does it mean? Financial planning means what? You have to learn how to manage your finance, means money. How to manage your money in such a way that you expend your money less and save more. That is known as financial planning. Okay, so we are going to learn what are the importance of saving, that you all know, right? Whenever, see, saving is very important. See, in tough situations, savings are the only things which help us. Like in this COVID-19 pandemic, you all have understood what are the importance of saving, because whatever savings you are having, that only you have spent in these situations, right? So saving is very important. Now in this chapter we will solve some problems related to expenditure and saving. So let me start financial planning lesson first, and then you will understand what I am talking about. Students, you can see this tree diagram. In this tree diagram, various saving and expenditures are shown. You can see this is your salary account, then PPF, then what is written here, postal life insurance, and then RD, then savings, insurance and all. So these all are related to finance. Okay, means whatever earning you are getting, that earning you are spending somewhere, like bank or I can say PPF, mutual funds, right? Or you are buying some golds. So these all are your investments, and also you save some amount, that is known as saving. Okay, so let me start this first exercise, then you will learn how to solve problems on this. So let us start first exercise. Okay, now see first exercise. Students, your 6.1 is completely you have to solve, nothing is omitted here. Now see question number 1. Alka spends 90% of the money that she receives every month and saves rupees 120. How much money does she get monthly? Now see in this question, what is given to us? Alka is spending 90% of whatever money she is receiving every month. Means if Alka receives 100 rupees in a month, then she spends 90 rupees, and that means 10% she is saving, and saves rupees 120. So in this month she saves only 120 rupees. Then how much money does she get monthly? So in this question you need to find out how much is the salary of Alka. Okay, and what is given to us? She spends 90% and saves rupees 120. So by using this we will solve first question. So let us see the solution. Okay, so we will solve first question. First thing is, what I am going to write what is given to us. We are given that Alka spends 90% of her salary. This is given to us. Now see, what does it mean? She is spending 90% of whatever salary she is receiving. So we can calculate saving, right? Therefore, her saving, we can calculate her saving in percentage. So her saving is equal to, see, 90% is spending, so 100 minus 90, that is how much? 10% she is saving, right? It is very obvious. If she is spending 90%, then out of 100 how much is remaining? 10. So 10% is the saving of Alka. Okay, now what is given to us? Total saving of Alka is how much? 120 rupees. This is given to us. Total saving is equal to 120 rupees. And what we want to calculate how much money does she get monthly. So let us consider that to be X. Let Alka gets x rupees monthly, and we want to know this, what is the value of x. Okay, so what I have considered here, Alka gets x rupees monthly, so 10% of x she is saving, right? So by using this I can write, therefore total saving is equal to, see, already we know she saves 10% and we know how much is the salary x, so we can take this 10% of x and that will give us total saving. So 10% of x, understood now? For example, suppose she is getting 200, then if you do 10% of 200 you will get 20, that means 20 rupees she is saving. So that logic I am using here. Since here I have taken x rupees as monthly salary, so that is why we have to find out 10% of x. So let us do this. 10% of x. Now 10% means what? 10 upon 100. Of means into, and x is there. Okay. Now you can cancel out 1 zeros. So what is remaining here? 1 upon 10 into x. Now this is your total saving, and already we know total saving is how much? 120. So in the left hand side we can write here 120. Okay, because total saving is already we know in, that is 120. Now in the next step we are going to transfer this 10 to left hand side, so that it becomes 120 into 10, because 10 is here in division form, so it will multiply, and equal to 1 into x will give you x only. So x is equal to 120 10 ja 1200. So we got x value 1200. What does it mean? X value 1200 means Alka gets 1200 rupees monthly. So that will be our final answer. Therefore Alka gets 1200 rupees monthly. Okay, so students, in this way we have completed first question. Now see, in this financial planning chapter, basically in the first exercise you will solve these type of questions where expenditures are given, savings are given, and you need to find out something related to that. Okay, now students, I have solved first question. Now see the next question. Now see, in this exercise students, question number 1, question number 3 and question number 5, these three questions are very much similar. So we will do these three questions first. Now already I have completed first question. Now I will solve second question. Okay, so look at second question. Nikhil spent 5% of his monthly income on his children's education. See, how much spent in children's education? 5%. Then invested 14% in shares, deposited 3% in banks, and used 40% for his daily expenses. So this is given how, where he is investing his amount. 5% in children's education, 14% in shares, 3% in bank, and 14% for daily expenses. So these all are nothing but his expenditures. Okay, now he was left with total balance of rupees 19,000. So after investing in all these, how much money he is having? Total 19,000. So 19,000 rupees is nothing but his saving, and we need to find out what was his income in that month. So again, same way, you need to find out how much money he is getting in every month, that you need to find out, and what is given to us, expenditure as well as saving. So we will solve same way just like I did first one. Okay, so let us follow the same method. First thing is what? We will find out how, where he is investing all the amounts. So expenses. Okay, so first we will find out expenses. Now in terms of expenses, 5% in the children's education, 14% in shares, 3% in banks, and 40% for daily expenses. So these all are his expenses. Now we will add all these expenses so that we can understand how much is his total investment in percentage. So let us do the addition of this. 14 plus 5 will give you 19. 19 plus 3 22, and 22 plus 40 gives you 62%. Okay, if you add this you will get 62. Okay, now 62% is the investment, or you can say expenditure. So we can easily calculate saving, right? So saving is equal to, same way we will subtract it from 100 because we know percentage. So 100 minus 62 will give you 38%. That means his saving is 38%, and already we know total saving. Just like same way we are following same method. So total saving already given to us is how much? 19,000 rupees. This is given to us. Okay. Now we want to find out his income in that month. So let us consider that to be X. So let Nikhil's monthly income, let Nikhil's monthly income to be X rupees. Okay. Now we will find out 38% of X, because 38% is the saving, and if you do 38% of X you will get total saving. So therefore total saving is equal to 38% of X. Now let us do this. 38% means what? 38 upon 100, of means into X. Okay. Now what is the value of total saving? Already we know 19,000. Okay. Now we need to simplify this. So keep this X here only and transfer remaining things to the left hand side. Now 19,000 is as it is. Now this 100 will go in the numerator and 38 will come in the denominator. Okay, because you know multiplication becomes division and division becomes multiplication. So multiplication is division and division is in multiplication. Now let us simplify this. You know 19 1 is 19 and 19 2 are 38. Of course 3 zeros are there, so write it here. Now this 2 you can cancel it here. 2 5 are 10 and 2 zeros. So what is remaining here? 500 into 100. So let us simplify this. So what we got? 500 into 100 equals to X. Now how to multiply this? This is very simple. 5 1 are 5. Now count how many zeros are there? 4 zeros. So write 4 zeros. So what is the value? 50,000. So finally we got here X value 50,000. So that means Nikhil's income, therefore Nikhil's monthly income is how much? 50,000 rupees. Therefore Nikhil's monthly income is how much? 50,000 rupees. So students, in this question I have followed same method just like I did in first. Same way I have done third one also. Okay, so for today I am stopping here. Again I am repeating students, I am solving first, third and fifth first, and then in the next lecture we will do second and fourth. And I am hoping you can solve question number 5 by your own, same way just like we did in first and third. So that will be homework. That means you will solve question number 5 by your own, and in the next lecture I will solve question number 2 and question number 4 for you. Okay, so for today that's it. Thank you. We will meet in the next lecture. Okay, bye.